people. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. People, Jamaica will never be the same. Jamaica will never get better. Jamaica is going to be on the path that it is on right now, unless the mindsets, unless there is a coordinated, synchronized effort by the residents and the popo in these volatile communities come together, work together. But people, we see that the more that things change is the more that they remain the same. About a day or two ago, the popo made a big raid. Them pick up some people in a place called Watson Grove, Gregory Park. Some people that are the known shatters, known troublemaker, known crime producers in the area. Them pick up a couple of them filter out, let we half, let we 3/4, left with 1 or 2. The main culprits. People call me and say, you know, say, them all on the boy are responsible for that. Call up your people and make your people hold on them. So I say, alright, no problem. I call the relevant authority and I say, you know, say, XYZ, responsible for XYZ. Them say, alright, we're going to see what we can do. Come for find out, latest notice. You know, say, we have to go let them go. Because here what now? Nobody no come make any sorts of report, formal report. Are just allegations and accusation. Even though we know this person name call up 100 times, there is nothing that we can do under the law. Most of the time, these criminal elements have the best lawyers that money can buy. The hype, big name lawyer like the Champagne and the Nita, you name it, Samuels, Rete, Lele, Blue, blah, bling. So therefore, them have to let them go. So now when we hear people are complaining and I say them want a better Jamaica, them are going to put on them foot and they are going to make sure that the community gets back to where it used to be back in the 70s, back in the 80s, whatever the case is. We see that it is all mouth talk and people. Some of the times you cannot blame the people because the facts are these. The people pretty much have the people under siege mentally. Under siege with all sorts of fear. Remember, Gregory Park is one of those places where we saw in a last year, fast forward to the early part of this year, all sorts of buckle, boom, a flinging at the people in place, and then when the people run out of them yard, them start to spray the people. So therefore, damn if they do, damn if they don't. Either way, them are going to be DEADING. So it is not as if these people are not living in a high fear or high crime era. It is not as if they don't know who is doing this KILLING. These people are their neighbors. Word on the street, them hear every day. You know, say a Tom, or a Jerry, or a Billy, or a Bob. A them a do this, a them take out this one, a them take out that one. And people, this has been going on for decades. It is nothing new. However, they have normalized it, meaning that they have accepted it. And people, the bottom line is that you cannot really blame the people. However, the truth and the fact is that if you want any sorts of change, you will have to revolutionize the way that you think. Somebody has to step up. Somebody has to make some sorts of sacrifice. But if everybody in there play chicken, you know that anything or nothing is not going to happen. But people, then we have to understand the circumstances. The circumstances are these. The people have no sorts of trust for the popo, and rightfully so. There is no sorts of respect between the popo and the residents in not only Watson Grove, these places, but everywhere else in Jamaica it is the same thing, because a lot of times the poor are corrupt. A lot of times the poor are also the beneficiaries of the proceeds of crime, extortion or thievery that is going on. So therefore, if somebody kind of brave up and go to the poor and file any sorts of report, you know exactly what is going to happen. It is going to get back to the people, and the people are going to plan some sorts of reprisal. And then the next thing you know, the whole family DEAD out. So people, let me know what you think is going to be the solution. Because people, when we think about how America is, Americans don't care. America take crime in their own hands. If them see anybody, any sorts of stranger come into them community and create any sorts of problem, become any sorts of menace, best believe they are going to call the poor, and when the poor pull up, them are going to come outside and point out the house and say, yeah, him do it. He is the one that is responsible. But the difference is that we are speaking about two different kettle of fish. In America, the people have vacative. The people have proper policing. In Jamaica, it is the polar opposite. So therefore, whenever you live in any sorts of jungle-like environment, you have to act or move accordingly, or else we are speaking about predator and prey. People don't want to become victims trying to be heroes. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called the hotspots have really becomes the hotspots. The DEATH traps. Chicken Mary arc the near. I am going to give you at least 3 incidents in which persons were frolicking, persons were enjoying themselves at some sorts of karaoke, some sorts of club, some sorts of party, some sorts of bar, when tragedy strike. The first incident maybe about 3 or 4 days ago at a place called Douglas Drive in Denby. Denby is in Clarendon. A young man was there with other patrons. 30-year-old Roger Edwards. He was having a good time, popping champagne, listening to the acts. When the act turned from joy to sorrow, turned DEADLY for this man, it is said that was when some men, the boogeymen, pulled up in some sort of vehicle, came out, alighted from out the vehicle, running at the party, run down and GUN down Mr. Rogers. When the poor came, cornered off the crime scene, they found 7 spent shells. Mr. Rogers was seen laying in a pool of his own blood. He was rushed to the hospital, however, only for the official pronouncement, DEAD on arrival. He was taken to the morgue. Based on what the poor said, they found 7 spent shells. Those 7 spent shells were dispensed or discharged in Mr. Rogers' body. DEAD. In the second incident, which occurred on Sunday at a place called Chudley, Christiana Main Road to be specific, patrons were at some sorts of bar. DJ spin the music, people are enjoying themselves. One of the persons said that they heard all sorts of loud EXPLOSIONS. They thought that somebody was doing some sorts of gun salute because the DJ are going bad. When them check a stock, they realized that they saw some sorts of GUN man pointing his tool at a man, blazing him up. A next man tried to run out of the bar, run outside. He was also hit. There was also a cab. Don't know if it was a cab driver or one of the passengers. He was also hit. After the smoke cleared, out of the 3 persons that got hit, 2 of them lost their life. One of them has been identified by a relative. His name is Stenny Hutchinson, also known O.C. Dippy. This happened in a place called Fine Grass, that is in Chudley, that is in Manchester. People partying once again. Like me say, Chicken Mary hark the near. The theme is very disturbing. The theme is that you cannot party, you cannot have a good time because misery loves company. In the third incident in a place called St. James, Montego Bay, 2 persons also got conned up at some sorts of bar, some sports bar. The person that lost their life, 31-year-old Adolphus Holder, OC Goalball. The next person, 22-year-old Javon Gordon. This is said that this incident or this shooting took place at about 1:45 a.m. in the morning. Again, people enjoying themselves, popping champagne, playing dominoes, SHOOTING, the breeze, just socializing. The common, very disturbing theme in all of this. 3 separate incidents. 1, 2 people. The next one, 3 people. 2 lose them life. The next one, 2 people. 1 lost their life. So people, we are talking about 2 and 2 and 1. 5 people out of 7 people lose them life. These gunmen in all 3 instances went for 1 target. 1 times 3 is 3. So therefore 4 people lose them life or got injured unnecessarily. Just victims of the circumstances. Casualty of BS. The theme of this is that if you know say you want to be safe, stay away from certain places. I understand that you live in your yard, you're bored, you probably don't have any sorts of cable, any sorts of entertainment in the house hot, no sorts of AC. You have to ask yourself the question, is it worth the sacrifice for a few hours of party that me go out? Me no know who I look for who. All of these areas seems as if them have people that are mixed up, involved in all sorts of criminality, depend some sorts of hit list. The possibilities if I stay home, I might be bored. However, more than likely, I will end up alive. The possibilities if me go out, anything can happen, any sort of card can play. Especially when we are getting all this warning. People, I always say, a wise man learns from his mistake. A wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. How many other signs or warnings do you need to see that the place is just not the same? Until Jamaica takes a 180 turnaround, you have to come to the realization that maybe me just need to stay in my yard and chill. It is much safer there. Point blank and period. So anyways, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. The link is in the description of this video. Bless up.